Hi everyone, welcome back. So in this particular video, we'll be understanding another amazing concept inside loop called nested for loop. So we have seen like how for loop works, and we have seen some example of this particular for loops. So now in this particular video, we'll be discussing about this particular nested for loops. So nested concept, I think you have already learned in that particular conditional statement. I used like if else condition inside if else condition, right? So similar wise, we can also use loop. That means loop inside a loop. So let's say you have written a loop. Inside that particular loop, you can define another loop. Okay, inside that particular loop, you can define another loop. Okay, that's how we can. So that's how actually you can also use nested loop inside a programming. So now you can ask me why to use this particular nested loops. Okay, just give me one example so that I can understand. So let's consider that same example I have given, like the Amazon example. Let's go to the website and try to understand. So see, to give you one best example, what I can do, I can use this particular tab. Okay, like this particular category tab. So I think this would be better for me to explain. Now see, here you will see different category. Okay, you can see different category like electronics, computer. Let's say I want to choose for computer products. So I will click here. Now see, all the computer is coming here. All the computer products is coming here. Which is available inside this particular website. Okay. Now you can click here. Now you can any kinds of, let's say I want to buy one laptop accessories. If I click on the laptop accessories, see all the laptop accessories, it will come here. Okay. That means what is happening? See, what if whoever designed this particular website, so he has done this particular nested concept here. So in the first loop, he is printing this particular category. You can see. In the first loop, he is printing this particular category, and inside a second loop, okay, he is printing this particular product. Okay, that means this is the category, and inside that you are having the product. Okay, that means one for loop is filtering this particular category. Inside another for loop, it is filtering that particular product with respect to that particular category. Okay, this is the idea to use this particular nested concept. So whenever you will be building this kinds of application, you will get the idea. Now let me give you one simple example. I think this particular concept will be more clear. So let's say I want to print a unique pair. Okay, unique pair number. So for this, you can write this particular code. So for I in range, so let's say I want to start from 1 and it will go till 4. So I'll take 5. If I want to go till 4, so I need to take 5. I think you already know that. Okay, this particular things, because last number would be excluded always. That's why. Now inside that, I'm going to define another for loop. So I'll just name it as J in range. Okay, J in the range. Again, I'm going to write 1 to 4. Okay, 1 to 4. So now inside that, I'll just print this particular I and J. Okay, see here what I have done. I have taken a for loop. First of all, inside that I have taken another for loop, and the variable actually I'm taking in this particular for loop, it is I, and inside another variable I'm taking, which is nothing but J. So whenever you are defining nested loops, so you don't need to take the same variable. It is recommended. No need to take the same variable. If you're taking the same variable, again, it will create an issue. So always try to take a different variable name. So here I have taken I. That's why in this particular for loop, I have taken J. Okay. You can take any other name also. It's completely fine, but try to take a different name. Okay. In the both places. Now see, if I print this particular program, see, this is the unique pair of number I'm getting. I'm getting 1, 1, 1, 2, 1, 3, 1, 4, 2, 1, 2, 2, 2, 3, 2, 4. Okay. And so on. This is the unique pair number. So how this particular program is working, if you don't understand, so let me tell you how this particular programming is working. So let me copy this particular program and let me go back to that particular Python tutor website and try to understand how this particular program is working. So I'm inside this particular website. Now here I'm going to paste this particular code and I'll just visualize this particular execution. And now you can see, let me zoom this particular screen a little bit. Yeah. Okay, fine. Now see, this is the first execution of my program from the first line. So first of all, this particular for loop will execute. Okay. And initially this particular I value would be 1, because you can see it is starting from 1 to 5. That means 1 to 4, right? Initially this particular I will contain 1. So let me show you. So if I go to the next, you'll see that I is equal to 1. Okay. And now it has entered inside this particular for loop and the second for loop has started. You can see the second for loop has started, and this particular for loop, this particular J value would be 1 again, because you can see again it is starting from 1 to 5. Now if I go to the next again, you'll see that J is equal to 1. Okay, now inside what I'm printing I and J. Now what is the I value? I value is 1. J value is also 1. So it will print 1 and 1. So let me show you. See, it will print 1 and 1. Okay, in the console. Now again, you can see instead of going inside this particular for loop, that means in the first for loop, it is coming in the second for loop. That means it is running that particular nested loop. Okay, nested for loop. So this is the concept of this particular nested loops. Like instead of running the first for loop, first of all, it will complete the inside for loop. That means the second for loop we have defined inside a for loop, then it will redirect to this particular first for loop again. You can see now previously this particular j value is 1. Okay, now it will become 2. If I click here, you will see this particular j value will become 2, and again it will print see, I was 1 and j was 2, so it's 1 and 2. Okay, again you can see this particular for loop is running. That means it will run till 4. It will run till 4, then this particular execution will go inside this particular for loop. Okay, this is the idea. So let's try to remember whenever you are defining nested loops, okay, nested for loops, first of all your first for loop will execute, and inside that whatever for loop you are executing, this particular for loop will complete. Okay, this particular for loop will complete the condition. Okay, that means let's say the range you have defined 1 to 5. First of all, it will complete 1 to 5. Then again it will give the control to your previous for loop. Okay, first of all inside for loop will complete, then it will give the control to the like outside for loop. Okay, this is the idea. Now see again for j, this particular for loop is running. Now j would be 3 because previously it was 2. Now if I again execute, you'll see that j will become 3. Now if I print this particular statement, you will see that I was 1 and j is 3. That means 1 and 3. Okay, now you can see I will execute this particular program. Now 4. Now see this particular for loop will break because 4 has been printed and 5 would be excluded. I think you know. Now if I again click on next, now see this particular control will go outside for loop. Okay, now outside for loop, what was the I value? It was 1. Now it will become 2. Okay, you'll see that it will become 2. Now you can see it will become 2. Now again it will come inside that, inside this particular for loop. Again this particular for loop will run 4 times. Okay, again this particular for loop will run 4 times. You can see that. Now again j is equal to 1, and you can see again it will come here. That means I value was 2 and j value is 1. That means 1 and 2. Again control has come here. Again if I execute, now see j will become 2 and it will print 2 and 2. Okay, see that's how it will complete till 4. Okay, it will complete till 4. Then again this control will go back to the outside for loop. Then outside for loop will be 3. Okay, then again it will come inside that and it will again print 4 time. Okay, again print 4 time. See, you can see that 3 1, 3 2, 3 3, 3 4. Again it will go back, it will become 4. Now again it will come here and it will again print 4 1, 4 2, 4 3, 4 4, and see this particular loop will also break because condition is matched. Now see program has been executed. Okay, this is the idea. Okay, this is the idea of this particular nested for loops. I think you got it right now. Okay, just try to copy this code and try to go to this particular Python tutor and try to execute. Okay, you'll be able to understand okay what is happening. So that means this particular for loop is running at the very first time, and inside whatever for loop you are defining, it will first of all complete okay all the iteration. Then again it will get back to the outside for loop. Then again it will complete. Then again it will go to the outside for loop. Then it will complete. Okay, that's how actually this program is running. Okay, this is the idea. So now guys, with this particular concept, actually we'll do one small exercise. So the exercise actually we'll be doing. So this is like very famous exercise inside a programming called pattern printing. Okay, I think you know pattern printing, different pattern we can print. So the pattern actually will be printing called triangle pattern, and how triangle looks like, I think you know. So it will look like that. So this is called actually triangle. Okay. So we'll also print a pattern like that. So with the help of star, actually we can print this particular pattern. So first of all, so let's say I will take an input from the user. So let's say user has given, okay, user has given this triangle pattern row should be, let's say 5. Okay, so what I have to do, first of all, I will print this particular column 5 times. Okay, I'll print this particular column 5 times. So my pattern will look like that. Okay, so you can see in the row side also it will become 5 okay at the end, and this is the column side. Okay, so this side also 5, this side also 5. Okay, and if you just see this particular pattern, it's a triangle pattern. Okay, it's a triangle pattern. Okay, so we'll be writing this particular program to print this particular pattern. And if you search on Google actually, so let me clear the board. See, if you search on Google like pattern printing in Python, you will see different patterns are available. Like see, different patterns are available. So see, this is the triangle pattern. We also call it as half pyramid. Okay, you can see this is the half pyramid and this is the full pyramid. Okay, so we'll be printing this particular pattern, and you can also print this particular inverted half pyramid. You can also print full pyramid. So you can try these at the example by yourself. You can explore over the internet. You will be able to write this particular program. It's very easy. So let's try to see how we can print this particular pattern. So I'll go back to my code editor, and here I can write exercise So here, first of all, I will take an input from the user, like user will pass like how many row they want to print for this particular pattern. So I'll just write row is equal to input. Okay, input. So here I'll just write enter number of rows, and I'll convert this particular input to the integer. Then here I'll just define a for loop. So for I in range. Now how many time I have to run this particular loop? Okay, the time actually user has given. Okay, that means the number user has given. I'll just copy this particular number. And inside that I will start from 1 and I'll go till row plus 1. Okay, why row plus 1? I think you know. See, if I print this particular I, okay, if I print this particular I, and if I execute this particular program, let's say it is asking for the input. Let's say I have given 4. See, it will go till 4 only. Okay, it will go till 4 only. But if I'm not giving this particular I plus I, it will go till 3. See, let me show you. If I give 4 again, see, it will go till 3. That means I also want to take that particular last number. I don't want to exclude that particular last number. Okay, that's why I'm adding this particular plus 1. Okay, I think you already know this particular concept inside programming. Okay? The last number. If you want to take the last number, you have to do the plus add operation. Okay, so fine. Instead of printing I, what I can do, I can print this particular start symbol. Okay, I can print this particular start symbol here. See, if I now execute the program, if I give, let's say 5, it will print this particular start 5 times. Okay, 5 times. Now see, I'm able to print this particular column successfully. Now what I have to do, I have to also print this particular row one by one. Okay, that means it will first of all become, here it will become 1, it will become 2, it will become 3, 4, 5. Okay, that's how. So how to do this particular actually printing operation? So inside this particular for loop, I'll take another for loop. I'll just name it as for j in range. Okay, for j in range. And I'm going to execute this particular for loop from 1 to I plus 1. Okay, from 1 to I plus 1. Okay, why I plus 1? I'll tell you. First of all, let me print this particular star. Okay, I'll print this particular star. Now just try to see what will happen. Let's say, first of all, this particular for loop will run. Okay, and this particular I will become 1. And now it will go inside this particular for loop. And you can see it is also starting from 1. And it will go till I plus 1. Now, let's say if your I is 1. So what would be I plus 1? It would be 2. That means how many times this particular loop will run? It will only run one time, because you can see 2. Okay, the number 2. 2 is nothing but it will run one time, because one number is excluded, right? So here it will become 2 like that. So if I go 1 to, see, if I go, let's say if I execute this particular program, what will happen? Print j. So it will only run one time, because 2 would be, last number would be excluded. Okay, that's why it will become 2. And it will only print one time. Okay, it will only print one time. That means one time star would be printed. Okay, then again you can see this particular condition is matched. Now again it will redirect to this particular for loop, and this particular I will become 2 right now. Now again it will come inside this particular for loop. Now see, I is equal to 2. 2 plus 1, it's 3. Now this particular loop will run 2 times, because you can see if it is 3, this particular loop will run 2 times. That means 2 times this particular start will printed. Okay, but let's say if I execute this particular program, what will happen? Let's say if I give 5, see, all the start is printing like in the new line. Okay, all the start is printing new line. Okay, I think remember inside a print statement, inside a print function, we are having one parameter called end. Okay, so by default this end would be set as /n, that means new line. Okay, so instead of new line, I will take this particular space. Okay, empty space. Now see, if I execute this particular program again, now if I pass 5 and if I enter, now see, now everything is printing in the same line. Everything is printing in the same line, because I have given space here. Okay, now that's actually I'm not getting the output. So this is what actually I'm not getting the output. To get this particular output, what I have to do, after every for loop, okay, after every for loop, I'll do the print statement. Okay, print statement means it will print a new line. Okay, it will print a new line. Instead of that, also you can give like that /n. Okay, new line. Now see, if I execute this particular program, and now if I press 5, now see, this particular star is getting printed. Now you can see here I'm getting one new line. Okay, new line, but I don't want this particular new line. So what I'll do, I'll just remove this particular /n. It will only print. Okay, it will only print. It won't be giving any kinds of new line. Now see, if I execute and if I give 5 here, now see, I'm getting the output like that. Okay, I'm getting the output like that. Now see how it is working. Let me explain. So first of all, this particular loop is executing. This particular value is 1. So it is coming here. So j is 1 also because it's starting from 1, and it will go till 1 I plus 1. That means 1 plus 1, it's 2. That means it will only run one time. So it will print this particular star one time. Okay, then end line. You can see end line. After that, it will print one new line. Okay, it will print in a new line. Okay, you can see. That means instead of printing in the same line, it will go in the next line. Okay, next line in this particular print statement. So this particular print statement means it will go to the next line. Okay, now again it will come here. This particular I will become 2. Now you can see this particular loop will again start. Now here you can see I plus 1. That means 2 plus 1 is 3. Now this particular loop will run 2 times. That means 2 times this particular star will get printed. Okay, 2 times star will get printed. Again it will go to the next line. Okay, you can see next line. Now again it will become 3. Now 3 plus 1, it's 4. Now it will run 3 times. Okay, you can see 3 times it will run and it will print the star. Now again it will come here. It will become actually 4. 4 plus 1, it's 5. That means it will run 4 times. You can see 4 times star will get printed. Then again it will come here. It will become 5. Now 5 plus 1, it's 6. It will print 5 times. That means 5 times. Okay, it is getting printed. So that's how actually it is printing. So that's how actually you are getting this particular output. Now if you want to visualize with the help of this particular Python tutor, you can also do it. Edit code, and inside that I'm going to give this particular code. Now if I visualize, now see it is asking for the rows input. Let's say if I give 4 and if I submit, see initially this particular loop will execute and the row number actually we have given it's 4. Now see I will become 1. It will go inside this particular loop and this particular loop will run. Now you can see I plus 1, it's 1 plus 1, it's 2. That means this particular loop will run only one time. Okay, you can see j is equal to 1 and it will only print 1 star. Now see this particular print statement would be printed. That means it will go to the next line and again it will go back to the next for loop. Again it will become 2. Okay, it will become 2. Again this particular loop will run and 2 plus 1 is 3. It will run 2 times. Okay, it will run 2 times. See 2 times this particular loop will run and it will print the star. Then again it will come to the print statement and again it will go back in this particular for loop. That's how actually you can execute. Let me execute one by one. See, that's how your star is getting printed. So I hope this particular example helps to understand this particular concept. Now what you can do, just try to print this particular pattern as well. Okay, you can explore over the internet. Definitely will be also able to print that particular example. So yes, this is all about our nested loops inside Python, and we saw like how we can use this particular nested loop. Going forward, we'll be doing so many projects with the help of this particular loops as well. Okay, we'll be using this particular concept. So yes guys, thanks for watching this particular video and I will see you next time.